Hello everybody, this is Mrs. St. Clair, and the purpose of this video is to kind of go through some of the steps with you to have a tutorial to look back at on how to create a Bitmoji classroom from scratch. Hopefully we'll also get to how to embed the links onto your particular pictures that you choose to have in your Bitmoji classroom. I am going to go through the steps with you that is going to allow you to do this on your own. So bear with me as we begin. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you have a Bitmoji created. And once you have a Bitmoji created, you will have an extension that allows you to pull up your Bitmoji, that you can edit your outfit, you can find different sayings, but for our purposes, what you're going to want to do once your Bitmoji is created is to go to the extension and type in the word pose. Once you type in the word pose, what it's going to do is it's going to give you certain Bitmojis of yourself that eliminate the background in it, and it's you standing. Now, there are some that will allow you to lay on the ground, and this one here will allow you to show that you're sitting on a couch or something of that nature. But we're going to get back to our Bitmojis in just a moment. Now, the first thing I want us to do is we're going to go to our apps in Google, and we're going to go to Google Slides. I'm going to create a blank slide. So I want you to go to your blank slide. Once you go to your blank slide, you're going to realize that there are boxes on your blank slide. You can scroll here and try to find one that has no titles at all, but I just do this. I'm going to go here and I'm going to have my 4-prong arrow, and I'm going to click on that box until it highlights in blue. I want to make sure that my 4-prong arrow shows, and on my keyboard I'm going to hit delete. I do not want any boxes on my Google slide, so let it be blue. Now, what you don't want is you do not want to be inside of here. If you see that arrow flashing like that, that is not what you want. You want to go outside the box. You want to see that, you do not want to see this arrow. You want to see the 4 prongs. You want to delete once you see that first prong. Now I have no boxes. I have no boxes at all inside of my slide. That's very important because it's going to give us a full slide to use for our Bitmoji classroom. The next thing, I want you to pull up remove.bg/upload. This is the website that we are going to use in order to remove backgrounds from images that we are going to find that we want to use for our classroom. But for now, let's go back to our classroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to title this, let's see, I'm going to create just my Bitmoji home office. And actually it's my second Bitmoji home office, so I'm going to label it number 2. When we are creating our Bitmoji environment, I don't just want you to think classroom. Think standard. What standard am I teaching? If you're teaching the water cycle, maybe you want to find a background that would show runoff, that would show rivers, that would show the ocean and the sky. Your Bitmoji environment does not have to be inside. Your Bitmoji environment can be outside. It could be an office. It could be a classroom. It could be somewhere in your house. It could be at a park. So please don't think that it has to be a classroom environment. But for right now, we're going to make it a classroom environment. So you should have these things open so far. Your Google slide, that is blank. Your upload image website. Let's go ahead and also open up another image. I'll pause. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open up another site. I said image. Open up another web page. And what I would like for you to do is we are now going to find our floor. When you're creating your Bitmoji classroom, you're going to start with your floor, then your wall. So in order to do that, this is what we do. Go ahead and put in, let's say we want a tile floor. You're going to type in tile floor. Then what you're going to do is hit images. One thing that I learned that's really, really cool is the tools on images. Click on that word tools, and it's going to bring up user rights, color, and size. These filters will give you the ability to be very specific in what you want. What I learned here, though, is if we want to use images that you're not going to get in trouble for, go ahead and change those user rights to label for reuse. Once you've done that, if you know that you want a tile floor that is any color, then keep it at any color. But if you want your floor to, let's say, be brown or gray or even pink if you want to get jazzy, let's go ahead and filter out our color. For me, I actually like gray floors. So I'm going to use and filter it out and make it gray. Now, what I've learned also, though, is if we want a flooring, it's better to have a horizontal pattern in your Google slide and not a vertical pattern like this. So let's try to find us a horizontal pattern floor. So I think actually that looks pretty school-like now, doesn't it? So I'm going to have a lighter floor, horizontal pattern. Do you see that this has the little handprint on there? It looks like a pointed finger from my mouse. I'm going to left click that and I'm going to drag it to my Bitmoji screen. Do not let off of your left click until you hover it over your Bitmoji slide. Let your finger go and you'll see your picture pop up. Now, once you see your picture pop up, we are going to manipulate the picture by dragging it to make it fit the page. Now, you see how blurry that looks? If you see a flooring and once you open it and it looks kind of blurry, you can say, hey, I don't like that. And remember, on images that we want to delete, make sure it's highlighted blue. On your keyboard, hit delete. I'm going to go back to my tile floor search. I'm actually going to try brown. So I hit the brown labeling. I'm looking for a horizontal pattern. I'm left clicking. I'm finding my Bitmoji Office Google slide, holding onto my left side, then releasing. Now I'm going to manipulate the flooring from here. Let's see if that looks better. Not too bad. I'm actually going to have less flooring in my picture and more wall. So I've got my flooring. I've got the height that I would like for my floor to take on my Bitmoji screen. So now I'm going to go back to my Google search, and now I'm going to find my wall. You know what? I'm thinking about something jazzy. So let me say this. I would like a pink wall. Pink brick wall. That's what I want. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is just to show you how specific you can get. Now, ooh, look at all of the pink brick wall set choices I have. So I think I'm going to scroll. I'm just going to look for the one that I think I like. Now, because I use the word brick wall, it's going to give me a lot of brick walls. Oh, this is what I want to tell you. The reason why it's showing brown is because I had it filtered with that word brown. If you use a filter, be sure to unclick or specify with each picture that you're looking for. If you keep it a specific color, the item that you choose as your search will only be that color. So, I want a jazzy pink wall for all of my AKA friends. I'm not an AKA, but in honor of you all, in honor of our vice president candidate, let's do a pink wall. So you know what? I think I like this one. Again, left click and drag. I'm going to release it once it's in the slide. And now I'm going to manipulate it to fit my screen. Remember, in art class, you want both of your bases of your tile floor and your brick wall to meet. And I'm going to drag it to the full size of my picture. So I've got my wall, I've got my floor. Let's add my Bitmoji. So I'm going to go back to my Bitmoji extension and I'm going to type in that word pose so I only see my Bitmojis that have poses. So I'm going to scroll and see which one is appropriate. And I think I'm going to have, now this looks like me. Let's see here. I like her. So I'm going to left click and I'm going to drag. Left click and drag. Now, again, you're going to manipulate her size. Now, you can manipulate her size as you move and add objects to your Bitmoji environment. Now, what I will say is this. If you add something and you put it in play on top of her, she's going to be hidden. If that is the case, all you have to do is delete your Bitmoji, put in the item that was hiding her, and then go back to the extension to put her back in. So, I'm going to put her kind of right about there. Now, you can move her, you can do whatever you want. I'm just showing you right now kind of the basics. Alright, so we've got our wall, we've got our floor. Let's go put in some things into our Bitmoji environment. This is going to be where we're going to use our remove website. The reason why, now remember, I'm going to now go and remember that filter. So now I think I want a bookcase. So I'm going to do a search for bookcase. Now, let's say I know I want, and remember this is in honor of our vice president candidate and all of my AKA friends. So I'm going to find a green bookcase. Check that out. Now, if you do this and try to just drag it, let me show you what happens. See how it has that white background in the back? We don't want that. So, let me show you the reason why we're going to use this step. What I would like for you to do is choose the bookcase you like. So let me go. Oh, that's kind of funky and cool. But I think I want to find a bookcase that actually has books in it. Let me see if I find anything that is appropriate for my picture. I kind of like that. That actually is kind of cool. This is where the kind of time-consuming aspect comes, because you want to be creative. But you can go to other people's slides that are already created, and you can have them use their work smarter, not harder. So, but for the purposes of just showing you how to do this process, I am going to use this bookcase here. So, what you're going to do now is you are going to right-click, Save Image As. Once I've right-clicked and saved Image As, I want to make sure I go to my picture files. And I'm going to put in there green bookcase. Now, your picture files will save your images according to alphabetical order. So you're going to hit save. Now what you're going to do to retrieve that image and make sure that that white background is gone, you're going to go to the website that you have already pulled up, remove.bg/upload, and you're going to scroll up to where it says upload image. Once you upload your image, you're going to click there, but remember, go to your picture file. You're going to go to your picture file, and you're going to scroll till you find, and mine is in alphabetical order, I'm going to open up my green bookcase. I'm going to let the website do its work, and you know it's finished when the removed background is highlighted. The words remove background is highlighted. Now what you're going to do, click on that image. You're going to hit Save Image As. Go back to your picture file. Do not change this name. Keep this name as saved by the program. Green bookcase, and now I know the one that I want is attached to the website Remove BG. I'm going to hit save. Now I'm going to go back to my Bitmoji office. I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to go to Image. And I'm going to go to Upload from Computer. Now I'm going to go to my picture file because that's where it's saved. Remember? I'm going to scroll to find my green. Now, here are the images. The one you saved and the one that the website saved. That's the one you want. The one that says remove. You know the difference because of the name. Green bookcase versus green bookcase remove BG. So you're going to click on there. You're going to hit open. And voila, no more white background. So I'm going to make it the size that I'd like. And I'm going to kind of place it here. Let's see, I think I want to move her over here. Put my bookcase in the corner over here. And I'm going to make my bookcase a little larger in comparison to my Bitmoji. Now, I've got my bookcase in my room. Got my Bitmoji in my room. Now, remember, at any given moment, you can take her out, fill up your room, and then put your Bitmoji back in once you have your room filled. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove her. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to find a floor lamp. But remember, do you want a green floor lamp? Because if so, you're going to have all green lamps come up. Why? Because of that color there, because of that word there. If you don't want a green floor lamp, then you need to either change it to the color that you're looking for or put any color. The more specific you are with your searches, the easier it is. Now, I think this is really cool. So, again, this is going to be a repetitive step. Once you get these steps down, you're good to go with placing your images in your Bitmoji environment. Right click, save image as, picture file, floor lamp, save. Now, once you have it saved in your file, picture file, remember, we want to go and we want to remove the background. Let me remind you what happens when you don't. If you left click and just try to drag, you're going to get that white background. You don't want that. So we're going to delete that. We are now going to go to our remove. I'm going to delete some of the images that I've already used because the free site on this web page only gives you so many to upload. So now what I would like to do, upload my image, go to my picture file, scroll down till I found my floor lamp and it was in alphabetical order, E, F, G. Whoops. There it is. I have to still say the alphabet in my head. So I'm going to let the website do its thing. Going to wait till that highlights remove background. Remember, right click, save image as, don't change the name. Go to your picture file, hit save, go back to your Bitmoji classroom, insert, image, upload. From my pictures, scroll to F, look for the one that says with the remove, and drag. Now, I've got my lamp. And I'm going to put my lamp over here. Right. Make sure it's on the floor. Alright, so I've got my lamp. I've got my bookcase. Let me go find a desk real quick. So I'm just going to put desk. Alright, so I'm looking for a desk. You know what? I like this desk that already has a bunch of stuff on it. So let me just scroll, see if there's anything else that interests my eye for my specific room. Because you can find desks that are blank and add your laptops and plants and all that good stuff. But for me, I'm going to go right click, save image as, picture file, desk with laptop, save, upload image. Remove image. I'm going to upload my image from my picture files. Scroll till I see, I think I named it desk. That's another thing. If you have a lot of different things in your file, you might want to make sure you remember. There we go. Open it. I'm going to let the website remove the background. Right click, save image. Don't change the name, but make sure you drop it in that picture file. Hit save. Go to my Bitmoji environment, insert the picture from my computer. Again, going to my picture file, scrolling until I find it. And remember, we want to use the one that says remove BG. Oh, not open. Drag. So now, I don't really like that, but I can kind of manipulate my lamp. If you find an image and it's like, oh, this isn't really working out visually like I wanted to, you can delete it and start over. But I'm going to try to make this work. So I'm going to actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my lamp. I'm going to make it a little taller. I'm going to put my desk on top of it, and so it sits behind it. There we go. That doesn't look too bad, does it? So now, I've got my desk in my office. I've got my green case. Now, what else would I like to put in there? Again, it's a repetitive process. So let's say I want a plant on my bookcase. So I'm just going to put plant. And since I want it on my bookcase, let's see. This little short one looks cool. Now, as you notice, I'm using images that are real and not clip art. But it doesn't mean that you can't use clip art. If you want yours to look more cartoonish, clip art would be fantastic. So I think I'm going to use this succulent right here. Remember, right click, save image as. Okay, now, here's the deal though. I've already got that. Let's say you've already created an image or an environment, and you've already got that image. So what you're going to do is, you're going to go to Insert, Image, Upload from your computer. And if you're creating more than one environment for your Google slide for your students, it kind of makes it easy once you find some of those staples that you find in the office. So I think I labeled it. What did I label that? Desk plant, maybe? Let me go in here and find it. There's the desk. I might have labeled it just plant. So let me see if I did. Yep, there it is. So I also, remember, I want to look for the one that says plant, remove BG. So I'm going to go there, drag it, and I'm going to make it small enough to fit inside my bookcase. And sit her right there. Alright. Here we go. Now, you can even get really savvy and make pictures, get pictures of your actual family, and put it in here as well. So I got my plant. Let me go ahead and find a picture of, let's see. Let's say I wanted a picture of myself. I'm not vain, I promise. My Bitmoji self, how about that? So go to pictures, and let's say we wanted, let's just put myself there. So image, open. We're going to use this as a kind of like a picture on the wall. So you can go there, and you can even, let's see if we can put a frame around it. No, I don't think. I know there's a way to put a frame around it to make it look like an actual photo, like a picture that you're putting on your wall. Don't really like how that looks, so I'm going to remove that. All right, let me upload my Bitmoji. I'm going to go ahead and use this one by dragging her. And I'm going to manipulate her. Alright, cool. So, now, you've got the idea on how to add items to your room. Now what I want to show you really quickly is how to embed a link to an item to make it more interactive. So let's check this out. Let's say I wanted to tell my students to click on to my Bitmoji. I could have a voice clip of me giving instructions. Matter of fact, let me show you something. Okay, I've already got a whiteboard, so I'm going to go ahead and insert image, because I think you guys got down pat how to get them. So this is a great thing once you've already got it. I'm going to go find my whiteboard, which I think I labeled it whiteboard, which I did. And I'm going to drag it. I want to show you something. See how it covers me? Oh, I got the wrong whiteboard. That was a great, healthy mistake. So remember, we need to do the one that says BG, or the one that says remove BG. So go to my file, picture file, and I need this one. Now, I want to show you. See, remember how I said, oh, you found something you wanted to add, but your Bitmoji's in the way? Just go ahead and take her out. Manipulate the picture to the size that you desire. And go back to your Bitmoji extension. Now, since I have something recent, I don't have to type in pose again. And now you can put her where you'd like her. Alright? So, the other thing I want to do is show you how to put text onto your board. You're going to do a text box. You're going to put your text box on your whiteboard or wherever you want it in your Bitmoji classroom or environment. So, just like in a Word, you can highlight your text. You can use the text features to center it, bold it, change the color. If it goes outside of your text box, you can raise your text box in order to manipulate it fitting in the text box. You can even change the font, just like you would in Word. So, and actually, in honor of, let's go ahead and put this as there we go. So, we got that there. Now, I want to show you, let's say you wanted to do, let's say, YouTube, and I want to embed a YouTube link. So, let's say I want to do welcome to Welcome to the first day of school. Now, let's say you created your YouTube video that's already there, and you want to use that video of yourself welcoming students, or you found a video that you want your kids to use. So let's see. Let's do the welcome song. Now, of course, this is
Grammarly can help you write quickly and confidently.
This is just
so you
for
never have to slow down at work. Stay on top of emails.
This is just for the purposes of how to do this. So you're going to go share. You're going to highlight the link. Copy. You can even hit the word copy.
Hello, and how do you do?
So now, once you have the link copied, go to Bitmoji. Now, I can choose to embed it in this welcome on my whiteboard. So I'm going to have to make sure my whiteboard is selected. You know it's selected when your picture is within that blue box. Here, my Bitmoji is selected. There, my bookcase, my plant. So I want that link to be where if the students click on my whiteboard, they can go to that song. So I'm going to select my whiteboard. I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to go to Link. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to hit Paste and Apply. Now, I'm going to click off. You don't even see that link, right? If you go to the whiteboard, you see Bitmoji's selected now. So if they go to the whiteboard and they click on it, it'll show the link. Once they click onto the whiteboard, when it's in the Google Classroom, it'll go to the welcome song. So now that picture within your Bitmoji, my whiteboard, is now interactive with a link that I want my students to go to. Let's say I want them to go to Alex. I'm going to go to the website. Now, this is something that we learned. If you have your information saved, like I do here, and you highlight this particular link, it's going to give them your username and password. So if you want to go to a different browser where your password isn't saved, you can do that. So for example, if you're in Google and you want to go to, so I'm going to go here, I'm going to type Alex. Now I'm going to click on Alex to get the link. And the purpose in this is this browser, my Bing browser, does not have my information saved. So now again, and that is for the purposes of your students not getting your information. So be careful with that. Go back to your Bitmoji. I think I'm going to have my desk as the image that I want live for my Alex. So now select the image, insert, link, right click, paste, apply. So now when your student clicks on that picture, they'll be able to go to Alex. Oh, wait a minute. It still had my information there. I'll have to figure that out. Now, so let's recap a little bit. We know that we need to go to our Bitmoji extension, and you should have a Bitmoji created. If not, then that is the beginning stage. We know that we need to use this remove.bg /upload to remove items, to remove background. We know that we're going to upload it to our picture files, and we're going to right click to paste it. So pretty much that's all that is to it in creating a Bitmoji environment from scratch. It can take hours if you want to be very creative. But once you start to click and find and save images, and the more slides you want to create yourself, it's less time consuming because you have a bank of images. You can even create a file, a folder. I guess I should have said that from jump. So insert, image, upload. You can even create a separate folder that is just your Bitmoji environment pictures that you want to use. And you can get, like, this is another one. Let me see here. Let me pause to here. I'm going to add a new slide. Oh, I went through that whole thing. Here's one with no caption at all. But remember, if there's a text box, get rid of that. That's important. So let's say you wanted a beach environment. Insert, image, upload, bring it over. Oh, what is it saying? Unsupported image type. Okay, so I can't use that. Insert image, upload. I wonder why it's not allowing me. Let's go find one while I have you here. Beach. Oh, this is beautiful. Right click. Save image. Pictures. I should just do really a file, and I will end up doing that. Beach 1. Go to my upload. Scroll till I see upload image. Alright, and then, God, I want to go back to my Bitmoji screen. Oh, no, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Click. Let the website do its job. Oh, so it couldn't. So there are images. There are images that you can't use, but they allow you to do images on their own, and then you have to scroll, so we're not going to do that. But that is kind of a happy accident that there are images you may come up against that will not allow you to do that. So actually, I lied. Let me see something really quickly. Because it said nope, it couldn't recognize a foreground. So we might be able to insert image, upload, and that's why the remove couldn't use. There was nothing to remove. We just need to do that. It was nothing to remove. So now, let me go find my Bitmoji. And I'm going to put in pose. And I am excited. So I am going to go up here onto the sand. And you caught me in live action, jumping up and down. But anyway, so this could be used as a welcome kids. What is your favorite thing to do? Kind of like a get to know you. This could be my image. I could add some text. I could add some links of vacation pictures that I've had in the past to show that going to the ocean is my favorite thing. There's oodles. I mean, you can go overboard. This is really just the basics. But I hope that it gave you some insight. I do want to give you this shout out to this person because this website is who trained me. I literally used this website here, Hello Teacher Lady, went through her very user-friendly and her links that helped me learn how to do this, and literally it was very user-friendly, so I wanted to give her a shout out because I did not learn this all on my own. There are some small nuances that I did learn on my own by just happy accidents, and then some of my own tech savviness that I've had. But for the most part, that is creating a Bitmoji environment in 45 minutes. Everybody take care. I hope this was something that is helpful.